How demanding is the match against Rayo Vallecano, which is currently just 2 points away from 6th place in the table?
Rayo Vallecano is doing things well. They are a well-organized team that plays in an orderly and structured manner on the field. They play with intensity, and we will need to match that intensity. We must be ready and prepared to continue fighting for the league title this season. Earning points is vital and very important for us. I believe the team is in good shape right now. We've had time to recover after Tuesday's match.
You always emphasize balance between defense and attack. It also seems like there is now more balance in the forward positions on both wings. Are you concerned that Rodrygo has taken on a bigger role this season compared to before, when Vinicius was the only standout player on the other wing?
Well, I don't assess the players' performances on a daily basis. Sometimes Rodrygo stands out, sometimes it's Vinicius, other times it's Bellingham, and sometimes it's Mbappé. But I want to focus on the work of the entire team and see if the team's overall performance influences an individual player. For me, it's important that the whole team works well, both defensively and offensively on the field. It's true that sometimes one player's work stands out more than the others, but that's not so important because there is no jealousy within the team. If one player shines more than the rest, his teammates are happy for him.
How is Valverde? Will he rest tomorrow? Do you think Valverde enjoys playing as a defensive right-back, or do you believe he could even change his career path to play on the right wing?
Valverde is fine. He has recovered. Although he barely made it in time to play against Atlético de Madrid, the match went well and he has improved. Physically, he is in good condition and he could certainly play tomorrow. I know exactly which position he doesn't like to play, and that is as a right forward. But he really enjoys playing as a midfielder or defensive midfielder. And he also likes playing as a right back. As for his future, I believe he will be one of the best midfielders. In fact, he already is. He could be the best right back in the world or the best midfielder in the world. I don't know yet, but I think his career will be focused on midfield.
Today, March 8th, is Florentino Perez's birthday. Have you spoken to him today? Has the president asked for anything special for the rest of the season?
Of course, I have spoken to him and wished him a happy birthday. On this important day for him, I told him to enjoy his special day. All he wants is the best for Real Madrid and for the team to perform well. He hasn't asked me for anything special, just the same thing he told me when I first arrived at this club, to win as many matches as possible and bring titles to the team. I hope we can give him a small gift by winning tomorrow's match, and I hope that by the end of the season we can win a trophy.
You still seem upset and disappointed after the match in Seville against Betis. Do you think the players pick and choose which matches to be more committed to?
Yes, I am disappointed by what happened in the match against Betis because I saw that the team was in good shape. I did not expect that turn of events. But I believe, fortunately, that this was an isolated incident because we reacted well immediately afterward in the match against Atlético. I don't think the players selectively choose matches to perform better. What I do believe is that in such a long and demanding season, we have experienced physical fatigue. We've faced Manchester City and other tough matches. We cannot expect to be at our absolute best in every single game.
Regarding Camavinga, it seems that this season he hasn't had the same impact as last season. He lacks consistency in his performances, loses possession frequently, and makes passing errors. Do you think this situation can be corrected? What are you working on with him to improve his performance?
It's true that he hasn't had continuity this season. But if we analyze the reason, I believe it's due to an injury right before the season started in August, and then another injury in the match against Liverpool. These injuries kept him out of action for about 30 to 45 days. This makes it difficult to regain rhythm and maintain consistency in his game. That being said, he is gradually improving, although he has struggled in recent matches due to back pain. This has prevented him from fully recovering, but because of the team's needs, he has made sacrifices. I am sure that before the end of the season, he will be back to his best version.
After the match against Atlético de Madrid, Mbappé was heavily criticized for his poor performance. Do you think he is struggling as much as the media suggests?
No, of course not. What we saw is that he didn't perform against Atletico the same way he did against Manchester City. He scored 3 goals against Manchester City, but none against Atletico. However, we see that he is doing well, and we are happy with him. We have to keep in mind that he won't always be at his best, and he knows that too. Against Atletico, he wasn't at his top level. In such a demanding season, this is normal, especially for high-quality players.
The other day, you said that there are 2 types of players, those who run and those who make the difference. What kind of player do you think Fede Valverde is?
I think my words were misunderstood when I said either you run or you make the difference. Because if you run but don't make the difference, then something is not right. If you don't make the difference, then you have to run. Of course, there are players who both run and make the difference. But if you don't run, then you must make a difference in the match. Valverde, in this context, is a player who can do both things perfectly. He runs a lot and also makes the difference.
The other day, Bellingham said that Rodrygo is one of the most talented players in the squad, that he runs a lot, and that he also makes the difference. What do you think about Rodrygo's season so far?
First of all, I want to congratulate you today because today is your day. Today is the day of all women. We are delighted to wish you happiness on such an important day. This day is important for you and also for us as we are close to you every day here at work. Having said that, I don't want to talk about Rodrygo anymore. I've already given a good speech to congratulate you, so let's not talk about Rodrygo. Rodrygo is doing very well now. Yes, he is helping the team a lot. Honestly, the team is more solid now because the forwards are working hard now to not just Rodrygo, but also Bellingham, Vinicius, Brahim, and Mbappé. They are all positioning themselves better, which helps the defensive lines a lot.
Regarding Modric, are you surprised that at 40 years old, he is still playing at such a high level, with statistical data that resembles a much younger player? Do you think he could play both tomorrow and next Wednesday?
I've already spoken about this before. I think Modric can play tomorrow's match and also the match on Wednesday without any issues. He has no problems with recovery. His level does not surprise me because I see what he does every day, how he prepares, how he trains, and how he conducts himself personally. Modric is undoubtedly an example that young players should follow.